100, yeah. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, play, play. Who don't? Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling. Going from buying to selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday. We maxing our limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation. I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up?
Welcome to TSR Live. I'm on your host, Tone Capone. I am ready to get to it.
Hey friends, it's Kiki. I'm ready to get into all type of things, okay? And I know this show is all about you, so I need you to hop in them comments, weigh in on all of the trending topics today, because you're never going to go through it all.
Yes, man. I'm your boy, Zach Bug, one of your hosts. And listen, you are all superstars, and you never know who is going to pop on the show, okay? Your favorite artists, content creators, influencers.
Yes.
You are the superstar, so make sure y'all join the chat.
Rubies, y'all ready? Let's get to this show, man. Let's get ready to be one. All right, man. The stories of federal workers being terminated by the Trump administration is a major headline. Take a look.
I'm sitting here. I don't want to cry, but I feel like the tears are going to start rolling. But I just got an email from a manager telling me to come into the office tomorrow and bring all my government issue equipment. So I'm thinking that they laid me off. I've been working with the IRS for a couple months now, and I just don't understand how this is legal. I have a daughter, I have responsibilities, I have bills, and he just comes and lays people off. How does he sleep at night knowing that he's taking income away from so many families?
Man, that's just heart-wrenching. Join us now is Victoria Change, another person who was recently terminated under the Trump administration charge to dismantle the federal government.
Hello.
Hey, Victoria, how you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all doing today?
Good. Thanks so much for joining the show. And we saw what she just spoke about in that video. Let's start off by asking you, what department or agency did you work for?
Yeah, I was with Department of Health and Human Services, more particularly the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services.
Okay.
Okay. Well, when and how were you notified about your termination?
Yeah, so I found out on Saturday. It was like the middle of the afternoon. But for me, so I was hired to the recent graduate program. That's a pathways program for the federal government. And on Friday, in my recent graduate chat that we had with our government communications, people started getting removed from there out of nowhere. It would say like admin removed so-and-so, and that was for so many names. We didn't know what was happening. We got in contact with some of the people who were being removed, and they just said that they were removed from their email, no access to their computer, no access to their Zoom anymore. They had no clue. They hadn't received any termination letter yet, hadn't heard any communication from their managers or anybody. So, and the thing is, earlier that day is when they started with the layoffs with the CDC. So we kind of knew what was coming. We had a feeling we were going to be next. And so then now the next day on Saturday, a lot of people started getting their termination letters, others in the recent graduate program with me. And so then around 2 p.m. on Saturday, I got mine.
Oof, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh man, I gotta ask: were you on a probationary period, or were you considered like a brand new hire? Like, was everybody like, okay?
Yeah.
So everybody was laid off was like first time hire. Was that the case?
I was on the probationary period. Like I mentioned, I was in this recent graduate program, and which is a 1-year program. But a lot of people who were laid off were in the program like me. They were probationary hires. They were in other type of programs to get young people into the federal service. But also, when you were in the probationary period of the federal government, that is either when you start a new job or if you were promoted to a new position. If you were in service for 10, 20 years, you recently got promoted because you were doing so well at your job, you are now in the probationary period again. If you transfer within departments, within your own department to a new role, if you do more lateral transfers, that's still probationary period. So these are people that could have been brand new hires, been here for a year or two and still in this period, been here for many years and just changed roles. It's a lot of people being affected.
Wow.
That's so sad. Now, Victoria, let me ask you this. In general, what did they offer when they laid you off or terminated you? Did you get unemployment? Did you get to keep your benefits for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, so for my termination letter, which is the same one that a lot of these health agency workers received, it said that I am now put on administrative leave until March 14th, and I will receive my pay and benefits through that date. But the thing is about administrative leave is historically it's only supposed to be up to 10 days, so we'll see if I even get paid through that date. As far as unemployment, I'm not sure if I am eligible to receive unemployment yet. There's usually stipulations around the how you became unemployed. And in my termination letter, which is again the same as thousands of people, it said that we were terminated due to performance issues, and that
Whoa.
it said that my skills and abilities are no longer adequate for what the agency needs. And I was only in my role for about 6 weeks. I hadn't even received a performance review yet. There's other people who are there in their roles for a year or two, and they have received exceptional performance reviews, and their letter said the same thing due to performance issues. I saw an article that came out a couple of days ago that said that we will be able to receive unemployment benefits regardless of what was said in that letter. I haven't applied for it yet, so I'm not sure.
Okay. I want to ask you, why did you decide to work for the federal government?
Yeah, sure. So historically, there's usually a lot of job stability with the federal government. My father's worked for the federal government for 20 plus years. I'm born and raised in the DMV area. I'm from Northern Virginia. And when you're in that area, a lot of people are federal workers. And so we know about the job stability historically. And also on top of that, I work in public health. I have my MPH. And I just really like the idea of working for the people, knowing that I'm servicing everyday people rather than working for a corporation, just working to make one entity or one CEO richer. I really like the idea of doing a public service, and so that's kind of why that drew me to the federal government.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Now, the termination of federal jobs by the Trump administration is heavily impacting the DMV area. Do you know if it's impacting other federal jobs across the country?
Yeah, definitely. Only about 20% of federal jobs are housed in the DMV. The rest of them are all over the country. There's regional offices for many of these agencies all over the country. There's remote workers who've been working remotely for like the last 5 years. There's nurses, there's park rangers all over the country. And so this is really not just a DMV issue. It is a nationwide concern. And on top of that, this is really a big concern for both young people and Black people. For young people like myself, I was brought into to this role through the recent graduate program, which is again part of the Pathways program. There's internships in this program. The Presidential Management Fellowship program, that is a really competitive program to get into, again targeting younger people or I guess like more recently educated people. And there was actually an executive order that Trump put out last night that terminated that program. And even last month, the DOJ honors program for new lawyers to bring in top talent, that was canceled last month. There's a lot of offer letters revoked. And so this is really a big concern for young people. And then also Black people. Black people make up about 20% of the federal workforce, which may not seem like that much, but compared to the national average of Black workers, it's only about 10%, maybe about 13%. So we are definitely represented in the federal workforce in a significant way. And this is because of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and that allowed a lot more Black people to join the federal workforce at a time when private companies were still being more discriminatory. And so this is really a big concern for lots of demographics all over the country. And the thing is, all this data about Black people and our representation in the federal government, we only know this and it's only so publicly available because the Biden administration ordered the first ever DEIA report about the demographics of federal workers. And they did that to make sure that these agencies were having strategic plans to make sure that they are hiring and retaining these minorities in the federal workforce. And that's all being dismantled.
So sad.
That's so sad. I want to ask you this. If Elon Musk or Donald Trump was seeing this right now, what would you want them to know?
Well, under the assumption that they care, which at this point that's kind of a big assumption to make, that these are real lives being impacted. We are real people. These are not just a number or statistic being impacted. And doing this under the guise of government efficiency, I don't think anyone's really opposed to actually removing waste and fraud in the federal government. Even federal workers know that the government could operate more efficiently. I don't think anyone's opposed to doing that with the idea of it, but doing it in such an ill-informed, chaotic manner, that's not the way to go about it. It only creates further distrust from the American people.
Wow. So anything you want the roomies to know before we let you get out of here?
Stay informed, stay up to date, but also take the time to really care for yourself during this time when some people are being affected. But at the same time, knowledge is power.
There it is.
Right there,
Wow.
man. Thank you so much, Victoria. Thanks for joining us. Wish you nothing but the best, okay?
She has a bright future ahead of her.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
man,
She
my heart
definitely
goes,
gonna be
Smart lady.
fine.
yeah, goes out to everybody that's being
She'll be
affected by
fine.
that. And shout out to the roomies showing a lot of love in the comments. I see that for Victoria and everyone else who was going through that. But let's get on to this, guys. Now, not guilty was the verdict in the ASAP Rocky trial. I am so glad
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky did not listen to me, because I definitely told him to take the plea.
I did too.
Okay, but ASAP shouted to the jurors as he left his trial, saying, "Thank y'all for saving my life." During the press conference after the verdict, Rihanna wasted no time with the crowd control. She wasn't playing. Let's take a look.
Bottom line is, they saw through.
How you think it feels?
Amazing.
It's the hand for me. It was the hand for me. Like, don't
Rihanna
play
don't
with
play.
her. Don't play with Rihanna.
She
okay?
does not play, man. And I just want to let y'all know that I told y'all. So I want to take this moment to say I told you so.
Oh, yeah.
That that ASAP was going to be equipped with the best lawyers.
You did say that.
And I felt like he had the best lawyers, and I felt like if they could get if the max was 24 years and the plea was 6 months, I felt like they felt like their case wasn't strong enough to get a guilty verdict in the first place, and I'm happy he saw it through.
Okay.
Good job, brother.
Yes,
Lawyers
yes.
act. Lawyers
no, that's
act.
Yes,
ASAP
sir.
Book. Come on,
ASAP
ASAP Book. Yes, but if
Yes.
you go to jail and they offer you 24 years,
I'm taking I would have took the 6 months
Thank
because
you.
I ain't
Take
got
the
them
plea.
Rock Nation.
Take the plea.
I told you I didn't have them Rock Nation.
just making
lawyers.
sure you
Yeah,
know.
I know that. I know the difference. I got a public defender.
Yes, and now Rocky is now ready to get back to business. Of course, he's set to headline the Rolling Loud Music Festival next month. And in May, he will serve as a celebrity co-chair along with LeBron James and Pharrell Williams for fashion's biggest night, which is the Met Gala.
I got to
So,
get a ticket.
what
Yeah.
y'all wearing to the Met Gala?
I got to get a ticket.
Something clean.
Ain't nobody, y'all ain't going to
What's
nobody
the
Met Gala.
theme?
I don't know. It's
They
9
need
black men over they're the co-chairs. So I know the theme is going to be great. ASAP, and I will say this, throughout the whole trial, ASAP's fashion,
Flat, fresh.
crazy.
Fresh.
Like the man was dressing every day, hair done, got his accessories on. So I can only imagine how he coming for the Met Gala.
Even the when they got the verdict, the pinstripe
Yes.
suit with the light shirt with the tie, he was fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's how you go to court.
That's how
you get
court.
the not guilty verdict. You gotta be
Yeah,
fly.
you get the verdict, you come out, you go to the Met Gala, and then you got a good job lined up with Spike Lee. According to Spike Lee's Instagram page, he says that he will star alongside Denzel Washington in a new movie dropping this summer.
Shout out to
It's gonna be dope.
ASAP.
So
Did
he
you-
getting to it.
Did y'all see how he jumped over to
He
hug
pushed that
Rihanna?
lady out the way.
Push Rihanna out the way. Man, to get to Rihanna. That's how you get to your woman. That's love right there.
Yes, I love
it.
them.
Shout out to them, man. Also in the news, Ja Rule, Ashanti, and Jay-Z were among attendees at Irv Gotti's private funeral service held at New York's Greater Allen AME Cathedral. Check this out.
I won't take up any more time, but I just want to say, bro, I love you. Everyone in this room loves you. You touched everybody in your own way in this room. I know everybody has their moments of that with you. So we are here, the celebration of your life, because it will live on forever. I love you, my brother. Cause see, when I get there,
I don't even like that clip got out. It was a private funeral, and I hate that people still got to record it. Such a private moment. It just seemed like such a private moment. And, now if he had a public funeral where, because it's some celebrities who who passed and their family decide to do a public thing at a big place, and then it is a public thing and they put it on TV.
Yeah.
I understand that way of you can pick however you want to agree, but since they decided to make it private, I think they wanted to keep those moments intimate, and I hate that even got out. But other attendees who were there include Gayle King, Fat Joe, Steve Stout, Hype Williams, fellow director Benny Boom, radio personality Angie Martinez, and y'all know the life and legacy of Irv Gotti. He's known for helping to bring DMX to Def Jam. Gotti and his brother Chris co-founded Murder Inc. Records. For those who don't know who Irv Gotti is,
man,
I mean, he did a lot. I mean, producing hits with Ja Rule, Ashanti, DMX, Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, Jennifer Lopez, Fat Joe, Kanye. I mean, this was a big loss for hip hop.
For sure.
Yeah, gone way too soon.
For sure. Crazy. Hey, the Wolf Has Spoken podcast recently spoke about the friend code and says friendship is not proximity based. Take a look at this.
Friendship is not proximity based. It's so many people that I don't see at all. But just nothing changed when I finally was like, you my bro, you my sis, like I f with you. My level of with you is not contingent upon how many times we talk throughout the day or the week or the month, or every time we see each other, or if you come to my birthday party or if you don't. It's like everything has become so conditional. Everybody got conditional for y'all. Don't know how to be just friends. Like, this is not less your friend. Oh no, but people be being weird. They be knowing it's your birthday. And you overanalyze. You're being weird. Like, you can literally have a friend that's just your friend, and it's not personal if they can't pull up to a birthday party or they don't even. You gotta learn how to just exist and knowing that. You wanna know how I know this, my friend? Because they're not gonna talk about me behind my back. They're not gonna let nobody else talk about me behind my back. They're not gonna steal from me. They're not going aid and assist in the development of trying to up some I got going on. That's friendship. They're gonna be loyal. They're gonna respect me. They're gonna respect my kid. They're gonna respect my relationship. That's friendship. You feel what I'm saying? If you got extra friends that might pull up to everything, that's their level. That's cool. That don't make them a better friend than this friend, because this friend might come to every birthday party you ever had or support you in every business endeavor, but do the most nuttiest to you. And then you got a friend who might never made it to nothing, but they would never do certain things to you to dishonor you. And when we stop making it a condition behind how we view our friends, we start to realize that y'all up on genuine relationships because y'all worried about the subjectivity of the outside world. Oh yeah, but if it was your friend, they need to be doing it. They need to be doing. No, friendship is based on love, loyalty, honor, and respect. That's it. Love, loyalty, honor, and respect. If you have those things for a person, you could consider them a friend. Any level of genuine, general interest that y'all might share, just up the amount of time y'all spend together. But less time don't mean less friends, less of a friendship.
Man.
Ooh.
Man, he had to get that off his chest.
Okay.
So the debate is friendship based on frequent communication? What you guys think?
No, my best friend in the whole wide world, I talk to her the least. She's my best friend. She the realest one on my team. I talk to her the least, but she's the realest one. So I don't think it's about who's in your face the most, who hitting you up the most. It's about the person that's really going to ride for you when it all go down. And I like I got some real friends in my corner. They don't even be on social media like that. That my realest people don't even be on that. So I agree with him in this sense.
Yeah, I agree as well. My best friend, we don't talk a lot.
See?
You know what I'm saying? We don't have to talk a lot, but when we do talk, I think it's about when you do talk. When you do talk, you pick up like you just talked to him yesterday.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't miss a beat. Nobody even has those feelings of you didn't do this for me, or I didn't do that, or you didn't answer the phone, or why you ain't call me. We don't even talk like that. You know what I'm saying? If you start talking to me like that, I feel like you really ain't my friend because you understand that I be busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially for like busy people, like, I be busy. The people who really care about you, who your friends, they understand your lifestyle and you understand theirs, and you don't expect that out of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what? They pull up at as far as what he was saying about them showing up for you. You know what I'm saying? Your real friends show up for you too, though. In a way, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They may not make every birthday this or that, but they will show up for you in the big moments. You know what I'm saying? Tragedy happens, they're there. They the first people there. And you ain't talked to this man in 2-3 months, but he's the first person to call you. You know what I'm saying? And check on you.
Like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be there for you. So I agree with him.
Absolutely. I echo everything y'all just said. Yeah, you don't have to talk to your friends all the time, for sure.
Yeah. We know you like to decipher though between real friends and industry friends.
Yeah, and associates, and
yeah,
you got it's just different type of people. You got to put them in there.
And then, but you also got friends that you talk to all the time that are your friends.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just trying to figure out what kind of friend we are to Tone, but we'll save that.
Oh yeah, my homies.
What are we? Because you talk to us all the time.
No, you know what he's
all the time.
We are. Anyway, roomies, I see the roomies all agreeing with this. I will say that. Shout out to the roomies weighing in. Of course, you can always comment and let us know your thoughts. Venus is definitely saying that part is real friends are better than, my friends better than your friend. All right, y'all confusing me. Put that in the comments.
Let's just be real.
What?
I'm just going to tell the truth.
Uh-oh.
Because we got to.
Come on.
You don't get new real friends when you're grown.
You don't think so?
No, you get those. I mean, the way you're introduced to them is usually through work.
That's what I'm saying about you.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm learning.
Let me finish.
I'm learning.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me finish my thought.
Come on.
What I'm saying is the friends that you develop as an adult, usually you work with. Okay. Where outside of work, where are you meeting new people at your grown ass age, and that's your friend, and y'all be hanging out? Just tell me.
What's
Work,
with,
gym, church, mutual friends, and you meet somebody like a friend group. So like if your homie, like you're like, oh man, he might have a friend that
That's
he hung
probably
out
an
with.
associate.
It's like, I don't know, man. You
exactly.
You got it.
You're
right, bro.
most of
You
your real friends, especially the ones that we're talking about that you don't talk to, you've known them for your entire life. You've known them since you.
So no person that you've met as an adult you consider a real friend.
That's not what I said.
That's what I heard. Tone, is that what you heard?
That's exactly what I heard.
Not outside of work.
Okay.
Well, who cares where you meet them? It's just as an adult.
The reason I said that is because with work, you're around this person a lot, and you develop real friendships because you're around these people a lot, right? But outside of that, when are you consistently out to create real friendships outside of work as an adult?
So you don't have no friends.
I'm asking you that.
I meet friends every day. I meet wonderful
girl,
people.
you don't be with nobody. You don't go no. Where do you meet these people at Aldi?
Yes, I meet all my friends at Aldi. Yes, I love being in Aldi. They give me a quarter for my cart. Now we friends.
That's crazy.
I love meeting new people. Okay, I'm not one of these weird adults that act like you can't get a friend after you get 20 years old. Like you can make friends going through life. You know what I'm saying? It's just you got to be a friend to get a friend. Okay. Wait, so
Kiki,
I thought you was my friend.
I thought you was my friend too. And guess what? You had a Super Bowl party. I said, "Can we come?" And you said, "Y'all ain't never come to my house."
Well, that's because you gotta have your friends for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like me and we friends, we meet up here. You know, but that means I can't have everybody in my house. Okay, I cannot.
See what I'm saying?
But
y'all crazy.
Yeah, y'all crazy. They down at the Aldi thing. But let's move on to this. A video is going viral after a man got mad at his girlfriend because her boss gave her a Valentine's Day gift. Take a look at this.
Got me messed up. I know you just did not throw my flowers, my gift that I received from my boss. I know you did not do that, Cedric. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I received these gifts from my boss. It is Valentine's Day. Hey, let me tell you, I've been at my job for 15 years. I deserve a gift. It's nothing wrong with me getting a gift from my boss. And what is wrong with it? You should appreciate it. I'm the one that's holding it down in this house. If you don't like it, well, where you gonna sleep tonight? I wonder where you gonna sleep tonight. Where are you gonna sleep tonight? Because you're not gonna sleep here because you're not gonna be throwing my gift that I received from my boss. No, sir. No, I don't think so. No. No, you need to leave. You need to leave. Now, you need to leave. Now, you got 5 seconds to leave. 4, 3, 2, 1.
The outfit for me,
man,
ain't no man gonna talk to me crazy in no cut off shirt. But should your partner accept Valentine's Day gifts from coworkers?
Man, we all got choices. We all got choices. And you go. Valentine's Day is about love. Now, mind you, if you don't get your girl flowers or balloons, now you don't love her. So if somebody gives my girl flowers and a balloon, I'm assuming you love her. And guess what? And she accepts it. We all got choices.
Wow.
Y'all go together now. Good,
Ooh.
congratulations.
Now-
Congratulations. Enjoy that Valentine's Day with your...
Congratulations.
what you talking about? You gonna come home with some balloons in the crib with some balloons and flowers your boss got me? I was like, so y'all do it in the bathroom, huh?
Wow. All of that over some flowers.
What? If now imagine, I don't get you flowers. I don't get you a balloon on Valentine's Day. Why is it a problem?
Well, that's what I want to ask you, because you have stated that you don't celebrate Valentine's Day. So if I'm in a relationship with you and you don't, as my man, don't celebrate Valentine's Day, how dare you get upset for a man who does? And wants to celebrate me.
I said I don't celebrate it. So if I'm with another woman that does not celebrate it, we good.
No,
but if she does celebrate, I've never said if my woman wants to do Valentine's Day, it's her. And that's your day. You like it. I'm not going to just deprive you of your day and you my lady. I'm not going to do that.
So you're going to get her something?
Yeah, I'm going to get her something. I'm not going to do that. But if another dude gets you something, I might take my stuff back. Give me this back. What's wrong with you?
Dog. And you know what made me mad that whole deal?
What?
Is how hard she was fighting for her gift.
Right.
She was hurt. That you should know, like, if you want to make him a little jealous or whatever, you should have been like, oh, you got mad about it, and went on to him and reassured him of how great y'all relationship is. But instead, you fought for your little balloon and thing from your boss at your job. I tell you what, I would have took that little sleeveless shirt off and said, you know what? Where my sleeves? Because I'm leaving. Let me find my sleeves. I'm about to find my sleeves, and I am leaving.
Out of here.
I'm out of here. Because guess what? You and y'all boss can have a good life. I wish my woman would come in with a gift for Valentine's Day from her boss. What if I had a female boss, she wanted to give me a little coochie for Valentine's Day? Is that okay? Is that okay? She just want to drop off a little, just a little coochie, just a little bit.
What?
Yeah. Would that be okay? Because you didn't want to give me none on Valentine's Day, so then she gave me a little bit. That's okay.
Imagine a card. Imagine your man comes home with a card that says Happy Valentine's Day from his boss. And he brings it in the house. He just sets it down. He going there. He look like, what's this? And like, oh, Happy Valentine's Day from Shirley. You gonna do back bend.
And it smell like perfume.
I'm on Shirley next. Let me see. I'm at the next meeting with Shirley. Shirley better not give my man nothing for Valentine's Day. Not a Reese cup, not nothing.
Exactly.
I'm not playing that. And let me just say this, because we are getting a little crazy with Valentine's Day these days. It's for your spouse. It's for the person you are dating. It's not for your baby mothers. It's not for your exes. It's not for the ladies at work. Buy something. Be careful, because everybody's starting to get a little too generous. And I'm gonna just buy this for my, my baby mama. No, get her a Mother's Day gift. Thank her for the kid. You don't need to buy her nothing for Valentine's Day. It's all. Be careful giving out Valentine's Day gifts. It needs to go to your spouse. If you want to do something for your employees, order some pizza. Okay, don't give my man no Valentine's Day card, because I might come up there and send it up.
I'm with you. Let me tell you something.
I'm with y'all. I just had to troll y'all first.
I know. Okay. And I'm tell you something. Jesus ain't your Valentine either.
Oh, now why you
neither is them kids.
What?
You know how to be like, the Lord, my Valentine. No, you ain't got no man. Okay.
Well, okay, so that's a good point, Zach. What should the girls like? The girls who don't maybe single, where should they get something from for Valentine's Day?
Somebody who's somebody who's dating them.
Yeah.
But if they're
or
single,
interested. Well, you missed it. Okay.
You missed it.
If I ain't got no kids, I just don't pick up random kids and celebrate Father's Day. You know what I'm supposed to do on Father's Day? Nothing. You ain't got no kids. You don't do nothing.
Crazy. That's funny.
Celebrate a father, but you don't celebrate.
Oh my God.
And I got a friend that's so nasty. So I went to the gym yesterday. And I was like, he's like, yo, hey man. I was like, what? He's like, so I came in here about like 6:35, 7 o'clock on Valentine's Day, just so I could see which women I could talk to.
Oh,
he was like, it was a lot of them in here, bro. I know everybody don't got a man.
So you know,
that's a strategy.
That was a crazy strategy.
Yeah.
I was like,
he's diabolical.
You are diabolical, bro.
Yeah, he a different type of guy. To go to the gym to see who ain't got nobody is crazy.
He said, once it hit 8 o'clock, I knew she was real single. For the side chick.
That's wild.
That's crazy, man. All right, man. Now, after banning Black history in schools and rumors of canceling Black history at the White House, the Trump administration held the White House's annual Black History celebration. It looked great. It looked fun. Tiger Woods was there. And join us to share the experience this year. And this year's experience is Danielle Carter. What up, Danielle? What's happening?
Hey,
Hey, Danielle. What's now, who was there and how was the celebration and all?
Oh, it was great. It definitely showed Black excellence. They had Tiger Woods there, the appointed director of Hub. They had a couple, Paula White, a couple of different mayors that were there. And just more so of influencers and things like that. People who have Can you
all right?
You can hear me now? Okay, yeah. So wait a minute, where did I stop at? Because I was just talking.
No, we heard everything you said.
Yeah, you said they had influencers there. You was telling us who I was at the function.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was influencers there, and it was just a beautiful time. I loved it.
Okay. Queen, what was the theme?
Mm-hmm.
What was the theme?
The theme? No,
Yeah,
just a celebration of Black history.
Mm-hmm. Did they serve food?
Yeah.
What they have on the menu?
Hold on. Every time they had, I don't know, because I didn't even, I don't eat all that. So I didn't even know it was food. So
You eat all the what?
I don't eat just anything. Yeah, I'm a trainer. So I don't eat a lot of things. So they was talking about, everybody was like, did you taste the something that you say? I said, no, I didn't even know they had food. So yeah, they said it was a lot of food there.
Okay.
All right. Now I gotta ask, so what was the biggest takeaway from the event, Danielle? What was like when you sit back and think about it, like this is kind of fire?
Yeah, because see, we're Chicago flips red, right? And so we going against this Democrat machine, which is Chicago. Chicago been corrupt for a very long time.
What that's it? That's like Chicago. So
Chicago
wait a minute.
flips red.
So you from Chicago, right?
Yes.
So you understand when I say this next statement.
Right.
Yeah, you tweaking.
I'm what?
You tweaking.
No. Not at all. Not at all. And
Like super bad.
No, yeah, no. Right. To flip Chicago, and we came close. It was like what, 34%? So we're making grounds. The Democrat Party is done in Chicago. And we got like what? Maybe 2 more years? Oh yeah. We did all of this in maybe like 9 months. It's over for the Democrat Party in Chicago. And then we plan on taking it to every Democrat ran state and flip that. We're not playing.
Girl, if you don't, I know Kiki got a question, but if you don't get your tweaking, I can't help it but say I respectfully, and I get it. Like for me, I don't believe in, and this is my mistake. I don't believe in either one of the parties. I believe in what Ice Cube proposed is a contract for Black people. I want to hear from each party and what they're going to really do for Black people. I don't want promises. I don't want you to say you're going to do this, then get in office and accidentally forget about us. So I think that's really it. It's really interesting to think flipping Chicago red, you might have, you're going to have good luck downstate Illinois, of course, because we know what primarily downstate Illinois is made up of. But like outside and the west side of Chicago, and even the north side of Chicago, and then then you got Pilsen, and that's tough. I'm
telling you, they ready. If you on the streets, see, what the Democrat Party did was they messed up when they allowed all these illegals to come in, and then they tried to put them in our neighborhood. See, they messed up because they never thought they did it with New York. They did it with California. They allowed that. Chicago, we wasn't going. So when they tried that, and then you're gonna try to tax us $300 million and say, and then double down and tell us that you're not gonna even let Tom Holman come in here and get these illegal criminals that's in my neighborhood. Well, I got a restaurant on every corner where I pay taxes. You a doggone lie, Brandon Johnson and Brett Wrinkle and all the rest of y'all. It's over. We're not playing because see, they played in our face and they thought that we was going. And we have so many Black citizens going up there because they literally took their homes. We had elderly Black women in Chicago. They're still in Black people's homes. And now we got these women, Jessica Jackson and Zoe up there fighting because you all stole their homes all while paying for illegals to get in homes. Y'all done lost your mind. It's over. It's over.
Now, who keep calling you, friend?
Huh?
Who keep calling your phone?
No, what happens is whenever you play the video, and I gotta, then I gotta.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, let me ask you this. How do you feel about the Trump administration banning Black history in schools and forcing corporations and universities to get rid of DEI?
Okay, well,
about that? Black woman from Chicago.
I love it.
You love it. You love banning Black history.
Yeah, no, I love the whole concept because you got to understand. It started with the DEI didn't benefit us. I've been trying to tell people on Facebook before all of this that for 2 years, 3 years now, when they tried to push that garbage on us during the lockdown, I've been trying to tell them, you got to see what's happening. And yeah, you got to see what's happening. That DEI, that don't benefit us. They bringing all these illegals in. They're now, if you notice, it's brown and Black, people of color, marginalized communities. So all Asians, those are the people that's getting all the DEI work, and we're only 4%. They use our plight and under the umbrella of us, but they lump everybody else in, and now everybody else benefiting but us under our plight. So we're not allowing that. So that DEI, I'm perfectly happy with that because now they was trying to let these illegals come in and they benefit from that. And we see that in Chicago. So I love that. Now with the Black history and things in school, you still have to understand that because the Democrat Party is so wicked and evil, they wanted to push this LGBTQ whatever into the kids, into the schools. Now, where do it stop at? Now we got history, but now they want Satan school. They want to have after school programs. See, where does it stop at? So you don't like the LGBTQ community, Q plus community so much that you would rather sacrifice Black history being taught in schools? No, they was already sacrificing it because see, they were complaining that they was under Black history is in the schools. Now we can lump in everything else with it. The mom's like, hold on, we're not okay with you being able to tell our kids about that stuff they was pushing, LGBT stuff. So that's why you have to stop now. When you look at it as a whole, you got to stop everything because these people always hijack our plight with them. And now that's what we allow. So now Black history, LGBT history, whatever like that, we can't allow none of that.
Okay, just so you know, I mean, you went to school with gay people. I went to school with gay people. Everybody, and it's about acceptance. It's about
Right.
they're teaching it because it's about acceptance. Because now they don't have to hide who they are. Right. The same way that whites didn't want to go to school or be taught anything about Black people because they were like, oh, what do you mean? Well, why do we got to learn about them? It's the same thing. So what you're saying is going against really the Civil Rights Act and reason why we have some of the freedoms that we have right now. My question to you is, Black people basically overwhelmingly voted against Donald Trump. And how do you think that they even are going to change their mind, so to speak, because they felt like they were being misled anyway?
I think that a lot, if you notice that a lot of black people sat home, they couldn't vote for either party. So that's really a win up still for Donald Trump. Because if the party that usually vote for you, if Democrats, and they gonna sit it out, it was like millions. Then what that say about your party? A lot of black men that I know voted for Trump. A lot of people I know voted for Trump. They just didn't feel like arguing with people on the internet or they boss or openly saying that. So what's going on is the younger generation, maybe like 40 and under, maybe 50 and under, those are our entrepreneurs, our young black men. If you want to go there, they're not going for this garbage. So they know they can't vote for Kamala because what she pushing, LGBT, you can go in the school, in the bathrooms and all of that. See, the black men didn't have nowhere to go in that party because they pushed them out. Black men are more conservative in nature. They want to be a married woman, kid, and family. Like mom and kid, like that's what we was taught. All this other weird stuff, we really ain't down for that. No father is down for anybody being in women's sports, a man. But we don't understand that, hey, it's okay to not be down for that. It's okay to not be all right with that garbage. And that's what the Democrat Party is about and was pushing. So they destroyed their own selves. Now we just got to get the black people, and we're doing it, to now start making 1 and 1 make 2. You got to understand why y'all lost y'all, huh?
No, you said make it 1 and 1 make 2. It's not making 2. It's a lot of misrepresentation out there, and a lot of the things that you're saying is just not adding up. It seems like we're sacrificing human rights because you may just feel one way about one thing, not realizing all the other people that are going to be affected by the things that Donald Trump is doing.
But if you think about it, okay, let's just even think about it. If they took Black history out of school, right? We're going to stop teaching our kids about, we're going to let somebody dictate to us what our Black history and when it should be taught. Like that's should be something
what you're doing, sis. That's exactly what you're allowing.
That's the scariest thing in the world for me, for them to take Black history out of school. And I'll tell you why. Because sometimes when you look at the plight and the condition of our people, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't know the reason we're in this condition, you might start to have lower self-esteem and think that you are actually less than, especially if they didn't teach you what actually happened. If you didn't know that you were enslaved people, if you didn't know that you were marginally oppressed with the Jim Crow laws, if you didn't know that all of these things took place, you may look up and grow up and be like, man, maybe I am inferior. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe my people are inferior because you don't know what all these things, all these forces that were against your people, that they fought through. So you might have the different perspective of like, opposed to thinking my people are triumphant and that my people are strong and they made it to this point through all the BS that we've been through as a people. Instead, now you looking at, you don't know nothing. All you know is the white man got all the money, you know what I'm saying? And all of these resources and different things like that. You don't know nothing about your history. And now you think that your people are behind or less than. I think it's very, very, very important for us to teach Black history. You can't,
but,
I just
want
to but we could teach it. We can teach. I'm talking about you can teach your own child. You don't have to wait for a teacher who probably don't even know what they're talking about. Half the time when I was in, all we watched was old Roots movies and slave movies. So what I'm saying, you can teach it. No white man or any man gonna tell me when to teach my kid Black history. That's something I'm going to make sure they know. But you gotta see now. Let's start. If we gonna do it? Do they have to talk? Can they not talk about the Holocaust? We don't want to hear about that, right?
No, we want to hear. So this is the thing, right? So here's the thing, right?
No, but what I'm saying is, if they took out Black history, are we going to require them to take out that too?
No, I don't want the Holocaust to go because I think that's something that people should learn about. The Holocaust is very important to American history, the same way African Americans and our plight throughout history is important to American history. My point, what I was about to say is this, is that as an adult, I got kids. I'm moving, I'm working, I'm doing a lot of stuff, right? Then my kid goes to school and hears something about Black history. Now they come home and they have questions the same way I did. I heard stuff about Black history and I was looking at the dates. I was like, dang, my grandma was around when that. Hey, grandma, what was it like? So now it makes you more inquisitive to ask your parents, and they take time away and say, hey, this is what happened. Hey, what happened with Martin Luther King with the marches? Was that with mine? Did you have to deal with that? Grandma, did you have school makes you ask questions, makes you more inquisitive about life. When your parents, a lot of times we don't have time to sit down and say, all right, today I'm talking Black history. But when your child comes and says, hey, I got a question, Dad. Hey, I got a question, Mom. That's what it's about. It's about getting their minds rolling in that way. That's what school does. It makes you think. It makes
even outside of
these
that,
schools, not these schools, not these schools.
Black history is American history. This country is built off the backs of Black people. So the fact that there's even a discussion to erase our history from what we've built is insanity. Like, our history is American history.
And I guess
so.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I guess to your point, what she was saying is she doesn't like the fact that we're grouping all these things together, and it seems like Black people are getting the end of the stick on that. But my issue is with the Republican Party is y'all are grouping it together and taking our stuff out. You know what I'm saying? If it's those certain things that you're passionate about, as far as like men participating in women's sports and different things like that, why isn't that just being taken out? That's not just the thing that they taking out. They're literally taking out everything of diversity, which includes us. So I guess my question to you is, with Project 25, being in full implementation, do you think it will benefit Black people? Do you think Project 25 will benefit people of color?
No, and this is not Project 2025, you all. This is Agenda 47. See, what it is the people who voted for Trump, who actually know what's going on, and we know his agenda. We're not surprised about none of this. We are actually glad that everything he campaigned on, everything we mandated him to do, he's doing. So what's happening right now. It's no surprise to us. This was all on while y'all was saying Project 2025. We kept telling y'all to go on Agenda 47 because they laid down exactly what he's doing right now. So, but we know why, because he told us he was going to drain the swamp. And the reason why I'm so adamant about this is because, see, I'm in Chicago and it's Democrat ran from top to bottom for since 1931. So I'm dealing with this machine, and if they want to, if your party wanted to make a change, period, I'm talking about in Chicago, they would have been did it. My neighborhoods, the Black neighborhoods, are the worst. So when I'm talking about different things, Democrat Party is trash. Now, Republican Party, we never gave them a chance because we never voted for. We always voted blue no matter who. Now, let's go over here, and not really giving them a chance, but their policies are better for the Black community. They don't look, first of all, they're illegal. Those illegals coming in, they was killing the Black community. That was the number one threat, because it was taking our jobs, displacing us out of our communities. So he even stopped the bleeding on that. And we're dealing with that in Chicago. So when you talk about, when you are dealing with an issue and all it is the Democrat machine, and you starting to see how the machine work because you experience it as a taxpayer citizen. My husband did almost 30 years CPD, and we can't get a business loan for a business, the TIF money or nothing to build up Black communities. I mean,
I get it. It's a lot of passion in your conversation, and I definitely thank you for sharing your thoughts, and we do appreciate you. For sure. Good luck with flipping Chicago red. Good luck.
Look, when it flip, y'all gonna let me come back on here?
We can't make no promises, sis. Thank you for joining the show. Be safe out there, girl. Bye-bye. All right, let's check with the other side of politics. Roomies, please welcome newly elected DNC Civic Engagement and Voter Participation Vice Chair, Reyna Walters Morgan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello there. Yes. Hi, and congratulations on your new role.
Thank you.
Now, did you get an invite to the White House Black History celebration?
I think my invite got lost in the mail this year. I was not invited.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it seems like Gen Z and millennials are not excited about either party, Democrat or Republican. Like, how can you even start to engage with them?
Well, I think we have to make sure that we are resonating with people and meeting people where they are. I thank you for inviting me to the Shade Room, because I think this is a place where people are watching and getting information, and we can't compete and we cannot convince people that we are the party for them if we're not in the spaces that they are. So I think we've got to be authentic about how we're doing it and how we're reaching out to people and the messages that we're sending.
Yeah. So, a lot of people feel the DNC has horrible talking points and lack connection to voters. As DNC VP of Civic Engagement and Voter Participation, how do you plan on connecting with the voters?
Well, I will say this: there is always room for improvement. The slate of officers that we have this year, I think, are young, exciting. We have a Gen Z person who is a vice chair, and I think he is the youngest person to be a vice chair. So we're trying to make some changes, and I think that you're going to see some changes over the course of the next 4 years. I think it makes a difference to have young people at the table. When people are saying, this is the medium that I listen to, or this is how I get my information, that's what we have to listen to. And so, one, we have to make sure that we are in the spaces where people are. And every conversation cannot be one about politics. I love talking about politics. I can talk about politics every day. But I think what it comes down to is making sure that people understand the priorities that we have and the values that we have are values that they have as well. I want the price of eggs to go down. I love an egg. I can eat an egg every single day, but I don't want to pay $7 a carton for them. And so thinking about and talking about the issues that we know resonate with people, I think is going to make a difference.
Yeah. Now, the midterms typically have lower voter turnout. What issues do you think will drive people to the polls this time?
I think a lot of what we are seeing Trump do and Elon Musk do is going to have an effect on the midterms. Sometimes people don't know exactly what they're getting until they've got it. I've heard some people talk about FAFO, and now is an FO portion of what's happening to find out portion. I think people are finding out what Trump meant. He said everything he was going to do. He said he wanted to be a dictator on day one, and people might not have understood what that meant, but now they are seeing what that means. And so I think, one, as we go into 25, as we go into the midterms in 26, people need to remember the things that are happening now. DEI being eliminated from federal positions, threatening colleges and universities and schools that don't eliminate DEI with their funding, not supporting places that have experienced natural disasters, threatening to pull funding there. These are things that impact real people. And so I think as we're moving towards the midterms, people have to remember, and we will remind people and hold this administration accountable for the things that they're doing now.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing in the Democratic Party I see is accountability. Because I just feel like I just feel like this race could have been won. The Democrats could have took this race if it wasn't so last minute. And in my opinion, it was kind of like it was just last minute. It was kind of like, I mean, Kamala had less than 90 days to put together a whole campaign. I mean,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And we it seemed like we saw the deterioration of Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? And we saw that coming, and everybody was calling it out. And then he was like doubling down of like, yeah, I'm still gonna run. We like, hey, brother, you just shook somebody's hand who wasn't there, again. So we really need you to. So what do you think that we can do better as far as being prepared for the next election?
Well, I think what we faced this last election, look, Kamala Harris ran the best campaign she could have run given what she was given. She didn't have a long runway, but she brought excitement to the campaign that I think was missing. She brought enthusiasm. And as we're moving forward, we've got to make sure that we bring that excitement and enthusiasm back. We can't just tell people to come out and vote because we don't want them to vote for the other person. We have to give them a reason and excitement to vote for Democrats. And I think that we do that by showing that we are a party that supports a better economy, a living wage, access to healthcare, things that are impacting people every day. In 2024, I think we also competed with the couch. There are some people who, for whatever reason, were not motivated or didn't believe that things would be as bad as it would be. And so we've got to make sure that we give people a reason to get up off the couch. And I think we are going to do that. I think the fear, the concern that we're seeing right now, people are scared and people are concerned in a way that they probably did not envision just a few months ago. And so we've got to make sure that we take that anger and that fear and that frustration and put it into action.
Well, in my opinion, what the Democratic Party is going up against is action-based, right? So when you're a Republican, and just like the young lady that just was on before, she can name and say, hey, he said he was going to go do this, 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 and this. And he came in and did this, 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 and this. And it happened. And I think in 2025, we have to see the Democratic Party do the exact same thing. Say, hey, we're going to do this, and it's got to happen. A lot of times, it's a lot of conceptualizing. I think that you hear people talk about, well, the Democratic Party is going to do this, and it's conceptual, and they can't really put their hands on what actually the Democratic Party did. Do you agree?
I think that has probably been a challenge for some people, but people have short memories as well, because you think about the things that the Democratic Party has delivered on and has protected against, you know, things like the Affordable Care Act and access to healthcare. How many people now have healthcare because Democrats stood firm on the fact that we need affordable healthcare, and you shouldn't be eliminated from that access just because you have a pre-existing condition or because you turn 27 and you're no longer on your parents' insurance. And so, you know, thinking through some of the things, supporting and fighting for a woman's reproductive health and her right to decide what happens to her and her body. Democrats have been fighting for that for a very long time. And I think you saw in like 2022, there were several states that, you know, people consider to be red, where people went out to vote to protect the rights of women. And so I think we can't say that Democrats haven't done things, because through the years, we have definitely seen us fighting for civil rights, fighting for fair wages, fighting for equality, for voting rights. And these fights are still happening right now to this day. I'm from North Carolina, and I don't know if you all have heard about this, but Republicans in North Carolina are challenging 60,000 votes that they handpicked. Okay. They said, we only want to target people who voted early or voted by mail. We only want to target people in certain counties. And they're trying to toss out those ballots because a person who ran for the state Supreme Court didn't win. And because he didn't win, instead of conceding the election, he's now trying to go back and claim that these 60,000 people's registrations were not proper or were not properly registered. And so these are the types of fights that we are fighting to this day. And you would think that if someone loses an election, if there's a recount that confirms that you lost this election, that you would concede, but that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing Republicans trying to change the rules after the rules don't go in their favor. And we can't live in a democracy when that happens. These are the fights that Democrats are fighting right now. This is happening right now in North Carolina for a state Supreme Court race. And I say that because we are fighting for our democracy, but we are also fighting in states like North Carolina, where people are registered to vote. They did everything proper. As a matter of fact, in North Carolina, not only were the registrations asking for information, but you have to confirm your identity when you go in to vote. So to now say that for some reason these people voted improperly is asinine. And we are fighting against that every single day. When you see things like this happen in one state, they try to do this in other states. And that's why it's so important for us to beat back against these anti-democratic agendas right now. And this is happening in the Republican Party. And we've seen other things like mass challenges. So Democrats are fighting for democracy. I get kind of passionate and worked up about it, but it is because we are seeing instances every day of Democrats fighting for people, and we have to do a good job of letting people know what we're fighting for.
Let's just start the campaign now, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, Trump was campaigning while Biden was president. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I still think if Kamala had her full length, you know what I'm saying, and we knew this from the beginning, I feel like it would be a different race. It's hard to expect results out of somebody and be like, I put it together. You know what it's like to be rushed. It's tough. She did the best she could. Let's start the new person. Let's start seeing them now. And you know what I'm saying? So when we come back in 4 years in 2028, you know what I'm saying? We already familiar, ready. It's you know, everybody's fired up about it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, that's what you say now until you start seeing those TV ads that you fast forward through.
But I'd rather do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I really want to learn more about the person and the person that we're getting ready to push, opposed to just anti-Trump stuff. Because what we've learned in radio is good publicity or bad publicity is publicity for that person. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of gets in people's minds, opposed to, you know what I'm saying, let's talk about those things that you just talked about. You know what I'm saying? All those good things that Democrats have done and the rights and things that they have protected. Let's continue that. Let's start it now. Shoot, we need a young.
Yeah, we need to start it now. And I want to ask you this. What plans do you have in your new role, maybe to encourage people to get out and vote in their local elections? Because I think a lot of times we wait until it gets to the presidential election, but not realizing we've let all of the local elections just fly by us.
Well, I'm really glad that you brought that up, because I think a lot of people think of the Democratic Party as only, you know, engaging in elections every 4 years. But the fact of the matter is that we really don't take time off. There are elections in 2025 that we will be supporting. There are elections in 26, and 27, and 28. So let's start with 2025. There are races in Virginia and in New Jersey. They will be electing governors. And those are going to be really important because, as you may have seen, sometimes the governors are on the front lines of beating back some of these anti-democratic policies, some of these anti-American policies. And so having strong leadership in these states is going to be essential. So there are huge elections this year in 2025, Virginia, New Jersey. There's also a state Supreme Court race in Wisconsin that is going to be really, really important, and legislative races in Pennsylvania that can determine the majority of the legislative chambers there. So we are going to be doing work, and there are going to be opportunities for people to knock doors, to make phone calls, to engage in voter protection efforts, which is something that I did a lot of before I took this role. So there will be opportunities for people to get involved. And I think it's important to remember, like you said, that these elections are the impactful ones. Of course, the presidential election is impactful, but the day-to-day, the things that you deal with in your day-to-day life, these elections that happen this year are going to impact that just as much as the presidential election. And then, of course, the midterms are in 2026. So I think we're going to start to see candidates for 2026 ramp up pretty soon.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We have a lot of work to do, but I'm ready to do it. So
come on now.
There it is.
For sure. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Do we have somebody jumping in? We have somebody else? I thought I saw somebody jumping in there.
Oh, I don't know. But shout out to the roomies watching.
Yes.
Keep lighting up those comments. If you're watching on Instagram, we may have to disconnect and reconnect. So make sure you don't go nowhere, or you can always tune in on YouTube to keep watching.
There it is. Also, let's talk about this, man. L.A. Reid, he recently appeared on the R&B Money podcast and said the music industry is missing good music because it's lacking Black boutique record labels. Take a listen.
I think you and I talked about it. How many important boutique labels do we have that are Black? Because that's where the community is built from, right?
Absolutely.
You started at Blackground, right?
Yep.
Right.
Boutique.
Yeah. A boutique, right? Yeah. And an artist I had started at LaFaze, and there was Uptown artists, and there was Death Row artists, there was Motown artists, and there was Stax artists, and there were like, and that was where Black music was nurtured, curated, and it wasn't, no disrespect to anybody, but it wasn't so much us asking for permission, because people that looked like us were making those decisions. And look how different the industry looked then. So the moment we just talked about, when we said Guy I'll Be Sure and Keith Sweat and Babyface and Heavy D and the Boys and I could keep going on and Boys to Men, right? Guys, those are black people making decisions about the music we heard on a national, international level. Yeah. That is all but dead. So if you look at the Grammy stage, what you see missing is people that look like us. That's what's missing.
Oh my gosh. I've had a chance to talk to L.A. Reid. One of the smartest people I've ever had a conversation with, especially about music. And he's absolutely true. It's nothing he said was wrong in there.
Absolutely not.
Nothing.
I
mean, you think about it. No one even understood a Cash Money Records.
Yep.
No one
No
understood
limit.
No limit. Nobody understood. They gave them both wildly crazy deals because they was like, okay, we'll just see what the little country guys do. And then they turned out to be crazy. Rockefeller Records. Like you think about all of the people that came from LaFace Records. Think about Motown. You think about Loud. That's where Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang came from. They had people that understood what the assignment is and understood and curated the sound of black music. And once it went up under an umbrella, it's like, and you see what's happening. It's like, hey, this is cool. Yeah, it's cool. Everybody like it on TikTok. I mean, all right, yeah, let's put it out. Yeah. And if the stream money, we already know that the record labels are in on the stream money. So they giving the artist point, whatever percent on a stream. They making money from the stream. On the back end of you, it's so much going on. And then when you don't make another good record because you don't know what you're doing, they throw you away and then you're the next person up.
Absolutely.
It's like fried chicken at home versus fried chicken at the grocery store. There it is.
Now,
it?
I'm not sure.
Because when it's us and we got our hands on it, you know what I'm saying? And you learned that recipe that your grandmother gave you because you're black and you know that, you know what I'm saying? Versus, this is the formula for fried chicken. And it's just, and you're doing a large amount of it. And it's just a factory built. It don't have that taste to it no more. It's still fried chicken. It's still there, but the soul is missing.
You got too deep. You got too deep on us.
I had to just bring it back. And the soul is missing in the music because the people aren't in the kitchen. They're not really in there with the chefs. They think it's just easy just because you have like Kiki always says, a hit moment, you know what I'm saying? A viral moment. Now you think you got an artist. And that's because it's become hip. Our music has become so commercialized. Yeah. Now.
And when something
becomes when it wasn't.
When something becomes popular, everybody thinks they can do it. And so that I think that was a part of it too. Like, he made a hit record like this, I can go make a song like that. And you like you said, the soul of it is missing. And we also don't develop artists. When you don't have those small branches of record labels, you don't get a chance to develop artists. You just put out what works or what you think works. And eventually that's going to run its course. And that's with any industry. We've seen it in the entertainment industry, the media industry, where you take away smaller departments and stations and places where people can develop and learn learn how to be great and learn how to be talented, and perfect their crafts. And then now it's just these big corporations. And once they die, it eventually ends because you're not birthing the next generation.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And that's the same reason why you wonder why. And the biggest complaint about hip hop and for most people is that a lot of people sound alike. It's the same thing, because what's happening is you got big label A, big label B, and big label C. And big label A signs an act and he goes crazy, but he gets quiet, got to chill, get ready to make. So big A label B and C says, hey, while he's chilling, let's get two other people that sound just like him or a little bit like him, and we can make some money on him while that guy is trying to figure out what's his next album. It's so nasty. It's just ridiculous. And it's going to eventually affect the product. And you can see it happening right now.
Yep.
Oof.
Bring the labels back. I'm ready to sign somebody right now.
What you going to sign them to? Kiki, what's your label called?
Big Girl Entertainment. Okay. BMT, baby.
You going to sign Amarion first?
No, because I can't do that. that's a conflict of interest. I want to do other things with Omarion. Anyway, let's get to the next story. I don't want to make no music.
Wow.
Okay, just saying.
Omarion, it's real over here.
Real.
All right, man. We got an update on Onijah Robinson as fans raise concerns for the woman dubbed the Queen of Pakistan. All right, the last time we saw Onijah after leaving Pakistan, she was traveling to Dubai on her way back to New York. Take a look.
If you don't do something, I'm gonna burn your face. And let's see if you touch me out here in the streets. I'm dead. I'm not playing. I swear to God. Make a decision.
You diabolical when you hold a cigarette like this. You like,
She smoking them squares, said I'll burn your face. Who was she talking to?
I have no, that's crazy. All right, joining us all the way from the UK to discuss her attempt to find Onijah Robinson is Yasmin Abdullahi. What's happening, Jazz? What's happening?
Hi, how are you?
Hey,
How are you?
Hey, what's good? What's good?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
You're good. You good. So is Onijah is she in Dubai or is she in NYC? Where is she at?
Okay, so I have news have just been given now, so no one knows this, just to let you know. Yeah, so I spoke to the developer of her meme coin, and he said that her son has been in contact with the Dubai authorities, and they said to him, actually, she is not arrested. So this is now confirmed. She has not been arrested. She is being held, but it's to do with her visa. They have now confirmed it is to do with her visa, and she's not arrested. So that's good news.
Now, Onijah been over there causing all this ruckus and don't even got her paperwork straight.
Yeah.
Yasmin, you've been on TikTok every day looking for her. When was the last time we've seen her? Like laid eyes on her?
Well, from what we've seen online on social media, the last time was when she was being removed from the flight. And so that was Wednesday, the 14th of February. She was removed from that flight. But the last time anyone has heard from her was actually the Sunday, the 16th. That's the last time anyone has heard from her.
She went missing on Valentine's Day.
Has she found a husband yet?
She with a man. Mm-hmm.
Do you know
I
that?
don't know.
Found a husband.
Yeah.
Not sure. Okay. All right. I just want to know.
Do you think she's even in danger? That's really the thing, though. You know, Dubai has rules, and we've seen a lot of people get detained, and they end up having to do some years over there in Dubai. So, I mean, is she in danger? What's going on?
No, I don't think she's in danger right now. It seems like she is with the right people. These authorities are looking after her. So I don't believe she is in danger, and she's definitely not in jail. So this is what everyone was saying, that she's in jail for 5 years or something. She's not coming back home. But the news we have now is she is safe, and she is definitely not in jail, and she's not in danger. Yeah. So that's good.
Just be living, man. Let me ask, where do you get your information from on
So as I said, I speak to this guy. He's a developer of her meme coin, her Onijah coin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's giving me a lot of information right now.
And what has you so interested in finding information about Onijah?
To be honest with you, I mean, I found the story very interesting from the beginning. Obviously, she's made us laugh. This is a very interesting story. You know, we've never seen anything like this before. And then on top of that, I was really worried when I saw that video of her, you know, with a cigarette burn. I was really worried because you can't, you know, act that way in Dubai. We know that you have to be very careful. You know, and then there were a lot of men following her all the time. So I was a little bit concerned, you know, is this safe? You know, she is vulnerable with their mental health issues as well. And yeah, so I really was worried. And it's not just myself, a lot of people on my TikTok, all the comments, everyone's saying, you know, we're worried as well. We just want her home, and, you know, we just want her to be safe.
This is fun.
Wow.
Yeah, this is crazy. If you could say one message to Onijah, because she's probably watching this, we've known that she has watched the show before. What would you say to her?
I just want to let her know she's not alone. that we are all here together and we want her home safe, and we are actually thinking about her. Genuinely, people are concerned. We don't know her, but we are actually concerned. So it's almost like she's part of our family. So we want to tell her we'll get her out of there. She's coming back home soon. She will be back home, and we'll do everything we can to put this information out, because right now information is not on the media. We haven't seen anything on the magazines or the newspapers. So social media is the only way to get this information out, to keep her name on there.
Yeah.
Are y'all sure that she wants to go home?
Oh yeah, she does. There's messages I've seen. Yeah. There's
Okay.
there's receipts we have. Yeah.
She does. Okay.
She wants to go
if she
home.
found a husband? Do you know if she found love? Did she find love? Did you know if
I
that?
don't know that part.
Okay.
I don't know anything about her finding love or a husband.
But you're just worried about it, which is very admirable of you. Thank you. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. We appreciate you for joining us, and we'll probably just bring you back on and celebrate when Onijah hits that NYC soil.
Yeah.
Definitely, guys. And I just wanted to add one more thing. Her son is looking for her, and he is in contact with the Dubai authorities, just to let you all know. And this is very difficult. Obviously, if you can imagine, he's only 17 years old. It is a difficult time, and he's paying the bills. He's got a lot on him right now. This is very tough for him, and he has set up a GoFundMe page, and we do want to help him. And I just wanted to mention it on here to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, and keep us updated.
Thank you. All right, bye.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to
It
y'all.
sound like a scheme that Todd set up from
Man, and I'm
You
telling
think
you,
you think that's a scheme?
baby. I know it. I know a play when I see one. Okay.
You don't
baby,
take
they done
nothing
took my
serious.
mama, and I gotta go. Look,
yeah.
Don't come after me, the Onijah people. But I'm just saying, this is who should have been running against Trump, maybe, because the way they riding for Onijah,
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? She about the only one that'll tell Trump, like, So
they are riding for Onijah.
Yes.
Everybody is, and I'm just saying, if anything happened to me, I go miss up. Y'all better ride for me the way y'all.
Oh, don't
ride
worry.
for
I
Onijah.
see the play. I'm gonna do the exact same rollout. I'm like, I got Zach bills. I'm paying his bills. I need help.
I got
Bring him back.
She gonna put her hand up. I need help. But isn't that abandonment though? She left her 17-year-old son by himself.
Now here go the police.
Here
Let's
you
move
go.
on to the next story, because this the police trying to
Golly.
get Onijah locked up when she get back.
Ain't that abandonment?
Right.
Like, it always be the light-skinned people telling the crime.
Anyway, let's get into this. This week on the Shade Room's TSR investigates, Justin Carter uncovers a heartbreaking story out of Pontiac, Michigan. Let's take a look at this.
What mother leaves her young kids alone in the house for 4 years?
Everybody's upset about it. Like, oh my God, this is right in our neighborhood.
Apparently, this woman, her landlord, stopped getting rent and hearing from her, so he called 911 for a welfare check.
Had no idea that there were kids there, let alone kids in grave situation.
3 children were inside, trash piled up, poop everywhere. The kids said that their mother left them there since at least 2021.
They had difficulty walking because their toenails were so long.
A despicable discovery, and the Shade Room is digging. Her Facebook post that's got people on social media on 10.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
That is abandonment, Tom.
Man,
that's
is
who
abandonment.
need to go to jail.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Stay in jail.
Oh yeah, she definitely got to go to
That
jail.
is crazy.
That's nasty.
4
work.
years?
I
I
wonder
have
how-
so many questions.
No,
I
she's
wonder
got to
how
go to
old
jail.
were the children.
She got to go to jail.
Yeah, like, and then
You got to do 10.
who was paying the rent? I mean, but I guess Justin's gonna get to the bottom of all of this in the new episode.
Yeah.
But like 4 years, you stop paying the rent, you leave your kids in there.
And that house was filthy. Oh my God.
Basically,
That's
you got
terrible.
kids.
They
in
said
there
the kids
fending for
couldn't walk
themselves.
because their toenails so long.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know nothing.
That just makes me sick to my
Yeah.
stomach.
I
I
tell
can't.
you, you got to fill out. You got to have an application to have kids. Sometimes I think
Everybody,
you
yeah,
need to fill out
should
something.
be
You
able-
got to have. You got some checks and balances with this man for real.
Yeah, I have so many questions. Where's the
Where the father?
village? Where the father? Where's the rest of the family members? The schools? How are these kids just for 4 years not accounted for? That is insanity. But of course, Justin Carter will get to the bottom of it in the new episode. So
And
make
how
sure
he
you
be finding these stories?
Oh, he go to the stories.
He gonna find it.
Justin get to the top headline stories, okay?
Shout out to Justin.
Yes.
Yes.
So be sure to watch the full episode exclusively airing on the Shade Room's YouTube channel. Yep. So, fellas.
Yeah.
We've been a lot of places today.
Yeah, we've been everywhere.
Any final words?
Nothing else to say. Shout out to my sister that wants to turn Chicago red. She tweaking.
Child.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
Zach, any final words?
All
right. Well, bro,
we'll see y'all
leave
next
your
week.
final words in the comments, of course, and we'll be back next week with more Shade Room headlines, debates, and trending topics.
And don't forget, if there's anything you want us to discuss on this show, just hit us up, man. Leave us a tip, a scoop, anything, an insight. Let us know. We'll definitely talk about it.
All right, y'all. Until next time, remember to represent the culture with excellence. Woo woo.
Woo woo.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my club, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100.